Hello everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are reviewing Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Was it an excellent adventure?
We'll talk about it. But who had the excellent adventure of making this film?
Oh boy. See, this movie was directed by Stephen Herrick. Don't know who that is.
Don't know either.
Written by Chris Matheson and Ed Solon. Don't know who they are.
Don't know.
But the people I do know.
Here we
Keanu
go.
Reeves.
Yes.
Alex Winter.
Whatever, okay.
And George Carlin.
There we go. I want to know the check that was written to George Carlin to be in this movie. That's what I want to know.
Release date of this movie was February of 1989. Has a runtime of 90 minutes. The budget was only $6.5 million.
Not bad, not bad.
And it made 40.5 at the box office.
It's a good return on investment. Very good.
I say they made their money.
You know, I avoided watching this movie for a long time because, as you know, I'm not a big fan of slapstick comedy. And I knew this was just, stupid comedy. I did have the fortunate pleasure of sitting down actually a few weeks ago to watch it for the first time. Dad had bought it at Walmart, and we were just sitting at the house bored, and he was like, "You want to watch Bill and Ted?" And I was like, "Sure."
Sure.
So this was actually the second time I've watched it, but
I think this is the second time I've watched it, but I have not seen it in quite a few years, so I really didn't remember everything that happened. I knew that they went back in time and gathered together a bunch of historical figures, for a history report or whatever, and they gave this big presentation at the end, but I didn't remember who all they had and all that stuff. But I forgot George Carlin was in this movie too, and I don't know how.
Yeah, it's his only major movie role, I think, that I can think of.
That I can think of off the top of my head, yeah.
But, yeah.
But the question I asked, was it an excellent adventure?
I'm going to say this. I usually am not a fan of slapstick comedy, but this one is a harmless 90-minute adventure. It does what it does. It's dumb.
It's dumb.
But, it's like I said, they keep it at a perfect slapstick length of 90 minutes. It's got some funny jokes. I mean, it's not always...
It's got some funny gags.
It's not always laugh out loud hilarious.
But I think the thing that really makes this movie go round is hands down Keanu and Alex Winter. Especially Keanu Reeves.
I'm going to say that this is probably, dare I say, the most acting I've ever seen Keanu do. Because every other movie, he's just
mostly he's killing people.
Yeah, killing people. I think he's actually really good as this really goofy stoner teenager.
Definitely.
And I think Alex Winter, who had practically no career other than these movies, he's good too.
Yeah.
I mean, he rocks an awesome crop top at the end.
I like their chemistry. The way that they play off each other is fun. So they make it work.
They make it work. I think they really carry this film. And
I don't think Keanu is probably like that in real life, or wasn't probably back then. But I can definitely buy into him being that way.
Yeah, he sells it to me good enough. I can roll with it. So I'm impressed with them. And like I said, I think it's a fun 90-minute adventure. That's the best way I can put it.
I don't think there's really a whole lot other to say other than it's a good 90-minute fun comedy ride.
Yeah.
I guess. It's got funny characters for the most part. It's cool getting to see them go to these different points in history, although a lot of it raises a lot of questions.
Yeah,
which you just should probably ignore.
My first question is history the only subject they're in danger of failing? I can't believe they're passing math or science or English. Or maybe English. They use some big fancy words, but bodacious.
They say most excellent a lot.
Most excellent a lot. But that was my first question. But okay, aside from that,
people speaking English from foreign countries.
Did Sigmund Freud speak English?
I don't know.
And Billy, no one has an accent. Sigmund Freud has a little bit of an accent, but Billy the Kid has no accent, and even the British people have
kind of an accent.
Mild accent, I guess.
Abraham Lincoln speaks like he's from a different time slightly.
He speaks the pretty atypical, stereotypical Abraham Lincoln accent. Yeah. But again,
it's cheesy and it's fun. It's definitely what I would consider a stoner comedy. Of course, most stoner comedies now, would be rated R and have a lot of foul language. But
yeah, the Seth Rogen, James Franco adventure.
This is more kid friendly than that, which makes it good for the family as a whole.
Yeah, it's pretty kid friendly. I mean, there's Nothing.
There's a couple.
He says dickweed at one point.
There's
I think,
a couple
or
jokes
something.
here or there, and a little bit of language here or there. But other than that, I mean, it's. I'd say it's.
Which is pretty amazing because George Carlin on stage.
George Carlin's got a foul mouth.
He's got a foul mouth, but he's very toned down for this movie. Like I said, I want to know what the check was they wrote.
How much did you pay him?
Because George Carlin does not seem like a person that'd want to be on a movie set ever. So that was amazing that they got him to do it. But no, like I said, it's harmless. I mean,
the effects you can definitely tell they're outdated. But I mean, for 1989, like the effects of like this
time travel,
the time travel with the phone booth or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look bad per se.
It works for what it is. I
think it's supposed to look kind of cartoony.
Yeah,
but
definitely. They're not going for realistic.
No.
We're not going for like Terminator
it's
realism here or whatever. And you know what? I've heard people say that if time travel did exist, that this would be one of the more accurate depictions of it. So there you go.
I guess.
I love the part like towards the end of the movie where he's like, okay, just remember to get the keys behind the sign. And remember
they're talking about like
can.
do this and this and this. What if we do this and then it happens?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh.
Yeah, that was.
I guess
that was fun. I like that stuff. But no, like I said, for a slapstick comedy, I had a decent time with it.
It's fun.
I had no complaints.
But other than that, I mean, I guess it's about all. Are we ready
to?
We're ready to talk about it, I guess?
Buy it, stream it, skip it.
Yeah, before we do that, let's go ahead and plug ourselves.
That's right.
So if you want to follow us on our social medias, we are now at DNA Film Reviews on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So make sure you give us a like or a follow. Be sure to tell your friends about us.
That's right. We also have another podcast where we talk about giant monster movies. That podcast is called Stomp This Way. It's on all major pod-catching services, so check us out wherever you find podcasts. But other than that, let's buy it, stream it, and skip it, Dylan.
You want to start or you want me to start?
Go for it.
Well, it's a fun time.
Yeah.
I really enjoy Keanu and Alex Winter. I think that George Carlin is a nice addition. He kind of brings a little bit something extra to it than just Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter bring to the table. Mm-hmm. It's fun seeing them go on this adventure and gather up all these different, people from different time periods. But I mean, other than that, it's just a goofy, stupid movie that you can have fun with. It's quick and short and for the most part pretty painless. And I think most people could find some enjoyment out of it. Do I think you have to buy it? Probably not. I think it's one of those that you could just, if it's free somewhere, definitely check it out once or twice in your life, or maybe more if you're really into stoner comedies. Yeah. But you don't have to buy it. It's definitely worth the stream though.
Yeah, I agree. As someone who doesn't like slapstick comedies, I think it's an entertaining movie. But yeah, I'm not gonna buy it and watch it over and over. I'm gonna say stream it though. It's like I said, it's a cult classic, obviously, and definitely. It's a cult classic for a reason. Like you said, I think Keanu and Alex are both really entertaining and perfect for these roles, and I think having the glorified cameo appearances by George Carlin doesn't hurt any, and I think that the people playing the historical figures have a lot of fun with it.
Definitely.
So yeah, it's a fun little 90-minute adventure, and more or less family friendly if your kids are preteen or up at least. So I mean, yeah, stream it. It's
I don't know that it's free anywhere right now.
I didn't double check.
I didn't check either, but
it's pretty cheap. We got. How much
I bought that at Walmart. I think the double pack with the first two movies was only like $8. And it's the Scream Factory or the Shout Factory edition, which is
cool.
Pretty cool that it was that cheap. Usually the Shout Factory stuff is not that cheap. So.
Yeah, I paid almost that for the 2 DVDs, Shout Factory DVDs I got the other day at Walmart that are several years old. So.
But other than that, if you want to, you can join us next week. We're going to talk about the second film, Bogus Journey.
Yeah.
And then I believe the week after that, still scheduled for a hybrid release, Bill&Ted Face the Music on the 28th. Mm-hmm. Our personal theater won't be open, so we might not get it out that week. So I don't know where we would go watch it. I guess we could go watch it at the Malco.
We could go watch.
If I'm not working.
We could go watch it at the Malco, yeah.
But other than that, make sure you keep an eye out for Aaron and I's collection videos.
Coming eventually.
They're
2021.
But theaters are getting ready to open.
Yeah, exciting times.
Some theaters are everyone knows I work for AMC. Mm-hmm. 100 of their locations are opening starting Friday.
Yeah.
Followed by another 300 within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. And
we'll be open on September the 3rd.
Yeah.
So excited.
Finally get back to watching movies in the theater.
There's some locations, where theaters aren't open yet. Mainly California and New York. They're still not open there, which are large markets. But from what I understand, New York's trying to work on rolling out their plan to open their theaters. So should be interesting.
Well,
As
I'm
long
not
as
worried.
everyone follows the guidelines, and we have lots of stuff in place to help with the cleaning and help people feel safe. So, just everyone, do their best to follow guidelines and do what people are telling you, because if you want to stay watching movies in theaters,
I've never
sadly
been.
we gotta follow all these rules and regulations.
I've never been more happy that we live almost equally distant from California and New York. Oh, but
But keep a lookout for all the stuff upcoming.
Don't forget to check out our Spider-Man trilogy reviews that we just
Definitely.
posted. Had a lot of fun with those.
Absolutely.
And we got a lot of other reviews up as well.
All kinds of stuff. I will continue our Christopher Nolan series here pretty quickly with The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think that's it. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel.
That's right. And
I guess we'll
see you next time. Yeah, see you later.